E3. Truly the backbone of the entire gaming industry. Okay, I couldn't say that with a straight face. What's going on, everyone? My name is Peter Hunt-Spatek with DualShockers.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at E3 and what the future of the convention as a whole might look like moving forward. Before we get started, I would just like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to DualShockers so we can keep making content just like this. Let's talk cons. Conventions are essentially one of my favorite things in the entire world. Every single year, I go to C2E2 in Chicago, as well as many conventions as I can possibly fit in during my year. They're basically just one big room where a bunch of nerds gather to talk about Blade or Donkey Kong or whatever, and then they take pictures with cosplayers and celebrities and walk around and see all the booths and panels and everything else. Well, as perhaps you've noticed, having a ton of people all congregate in one room is not such a great idea right now in the current pandemic environment. But as the vaccine has started to become a little bit more widely available, get my second dose on Wednesday, people are already starting to look ahead to the conventions that they usually look forward to. And in the gaming world, that is most likely E3. E3, or the Electronic Entertainment Expo, is a huge gaming convention that happens every summer in LA, where all of the biggest gaming companies meet with journalists and other developers to create essentially one big commercial. At least that's how it appears on the outside. Obviously, E3 is extremely important for networking between indie developers, journalists, gaming influencers, and anyone else who happens to be there. But that's not exactly what we're going to be talking about here today. E3 has sort of been on its last legs for a while now, as big companies like Sony and Nintendo have pulled from doing in-person keynote presentations. The event has gotten a lot of attendees asking, what's the point if a lot of these major companies aren't even going to be here? After E3 was canceled last year due to COVID, a lot of eyes have been on the Entertainment Software Association, the ESA, that's the company that runs the show, as they've tried to figure out what to do in 2021. Well, this week, we got our answer. E3 2021 is going to be an all-digital event that is completely free for the public to attend. Now that is going to change the approach that a lot of the games industry is going to need to take come June. However, that doesn't really change much for the consumers, does it? If you're not aware, you can't just go to E3 if you're not already in the industry. Tickets aren't just available for it like they are for other gaming conventions like PAX. So for everyone not already involved in the games industry, what exactly is going to be different? Keynote presentations were already being live streamed and trailers were basically dropping as soon as they were presented, so it just doesn't seem all that different to me from the consumer side of things. I'm curious what changes, if any, will be implemented for the public. It seems like the ESA wants everyone to be able to see everything if they so choose, so it doesn't really seem all that different. According to Megan Farakmanesh in an article from The Verge titled "E3 is going digital this summer, will return in person next year," ESA president and CEO Stanley Peri-Louis says that they are, quote, evolving this year's E3 into a more inclusive event, and that E3 is expected to return to an in-person format next summer. Now, if that is true, and that EA does return to being in person in 2022, what does that look like for consumers? Are they going to be allowed to buy tickets and just come dressed as everyone from Overwatch? While I personally think that that would be cool, I don't really have any answers for that because I'm not a part of the ESA, so I'm just sort of, thinking out loud here. But because it seems like the ESA wants more consumers to be involved in E3 this year, it makes me wonder if they're going to want that exact same involvement from them again next year. So what do you think? I genuinely want to know your opinion on this. Do you think that regular people are going to be allowed to go to E3? Is E3 even worth going to, or is it dead? Make sure to let me know in the comments below, and remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to DualShockers for more E3 content.